It's a bright sunny Tuesday morning, and the first lesson of the day is underway of the village primary school. The teacher, Mrs. Aisha, is testing her students' understanding of topic they treated a day before. Mrs. Aisha, who can tell me the square root of 81 multiplied by 7? Anyone? Yes, Grace. Me, madam. It's 12, madam. No, Grace, 12 is not the correct answer. Who else? I know, it's 13. And how did you arrive at that? I'm not sure, madam, but Grace said 12, and you said it was wrong, so I wanted to try 13. So now, square root has turned into exciting number in ascendancy. Are you serious, Robert? Has ascended in Gambia?
As the class continued to lunch, the hand gently goes out in the back of the classroom. Me, madam? Yes, Jackline. Are you about to make any meaningful contribution? Or would you be telling the answer is 14? No, madam. The square root of 81 is 9, and 9 multiplied by 7 squares. 7 equals 63. Wonderful. That is amazing, Jackline. Give her a round of applause. That is what happened. Thanks, Jackline. He just said the class. Ha 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 ha. This is a pride, Jackline. A brilliant, highly self-motivated 15-year-old school girl. Carries with her almost every day of her life. Thanks. Yay. We are proud of you.
Jackline's usual working path back home seems more interesting today. For the first time, as she walked past the village community hospital, she noticed the hard-working, smartly dressed medical staff going about their work. The ones attending to the mothers and children queued at the center got most of her attention. She couldn't help but notice the passion with which the nurses carried out their duties, seeing to needs of the malnourished looking children. In a brief moment, Jackline's picture herself in the future, smartly dressed up in a doctor's uniform and happily attending to mothers and children in a big hospital. Hey, what are you thinking about? I ask what you were thinking about. Oh, just a fanciful dream of being a doctor from kids.
A pediatrician, you mean? Yes, working at a big hospital. That's a wonderful big dream. And dreams do happen, you know. At a young age, Jackline fully understands that this kind of dream can be achieved only through hard work. She has also grasped the harsh economic and financial realities of her family. Yes, I believe so. I need to work hard to make it happen. Despite all the potential stumbling blocks in her way, she is determined to finish her education to pursue this newfound dream. See you tomorrow. Don't forget to study for the test. Yes, Jackline, thanks. Early the next morning, just before setting out to school, Jackline's distressed-looking father called her to sit and have a very important talk with her. Jackline, come over here and have a seat. We need to talk. We've been trying hard to see you through your education, but I can no longer afford to do so. I have run out of money. Most of your school fees I've been paying have been borrowed money. Now I must pay back. Okay, father, but why are you telling me this? What would you have me do about it? Nothing. At this point, your mother and I have no choice but to marry you to Papa Sadiq.
Assim conseguiremos dinheiro do seu dote para cuidar de nós mesmos e do teu irmão mais novo. Casamento? Pai, o que é isso? Mãe, do que ela está a falar? Não entendo. Por favor, explique. Desculpe, minha filha. Tu vais entender quando chegares lá. Acredita em mim, minha filha. É para o bem de todos nós. Mas ainda não entendi. Eu sou apenas uma criança. Isso seria tudo. Prepara-te para o teu casamento na próxima semana. Por favor, pai, o que vai acontecer comigo agora? Com medo de fazer mais perguntas, Jackline sai correndo de casa e começa a chorar tanto quanto as suas jovens pernas podem levá-la. Ela corre para a senhora Aisha, sua professora. Talvez ela pudesse ajudá-la a entender o que o seu pai acabara de lhe dizer. O que é isso, Jackline? A senhora Aisha estava a preparar-se para ir à escola quando Jackline irrompeu em seu complexo com lágrimas escorrendo pelo rosto inocente. Meu pai disse que não pode mais pagar as minhas propinas escolares, então ele vai casar-me. Casar? O quê? Isto não está certo. O casamento não é para crianças. Vou ter que falar com seu pai contra este plano.
Mrs. Aisha sends Jackline back home with a promise to visit right after sorting out her students for their morning lesson. When she went inside, she was met with an unpleasant surprise. Uncle Sadiq is here to marry you. See all the bride price. Jackline, come over here. Today is your lucky day. When Jackline got home, she saw a car parked in front of the house. Sorry for the sudden appearance. I felt I needed to get this off the list to enable me to attend to other activities. Here is a little cash for all the inconvenience caused. Oh my God. Ha ha ha. Darling, quickly get Jackline a dress to change. She's leaving for the city right away. What, Father? I can't wait to start my new life with my beautiful bride. Cheer up, my sweetheart. You'll be fine. Mrs. Aisha, how I wish you were here. It was time to set off. We wish you both well. Sadly, Jackline found herself driven away from home. I can't believe this. I can't believe this is happening to me. I feel so hopeless. Soon they were in the big city. 15-year-old Jackline begins her strange new life with her 35-year-old husband. Jackline, darling, it's time to wake up to your household chores. I am late for work.
She's suddenly thrown into an adult world where she has to do things she used to see her mother do for her father. I cannot believe I'm having to do all of this on a daily basis. Cleaning and washing of clothes, ironing, going to the market, and cooking for the house. I was never prepared for this. How do I endure this in addition to his physical abuse? I am so stressed out. She would often cry all day after her husband leaves for work. Schooling was out of the question, and as the days go by, her hopes and dreams of becoming a pediatrician is dashed against the wall. Oh my God, help me. This is not the future I had in mind. I can't go on like this. I feel so abused and tired.
Meanwhile, back in the village, Jackline's teacher, Mrs. Aisha, has not given up on rescuing and returning her to school. She has managed to gain the support of a few influential members of the community. Early child marriage is not only harmful to our children's health and well-being, but also locks the girls' future in poverty. Without education, our girls' potential to get good jobs in the future to support their families is reduced. At what age is it safe to marry our girls off? At least from 18 years, when their bodies would be reasonably matured enough to handle the stress of marriage. Early marriage will force them out of education, increasing the risk of ill health, violence, and abuse. No way, that's not the kind of future I want for my girl child, never. Soon it became all clear to the community gathering that the best way to protect the child and break the cycle of family poverty would be to keep the girl child in school. We have a responsibility to protect our children, especially the girls. I would not entertain anyone pushing any girl into marriage before 18 years from this day forth. The rapturous applause that followed the chief's speech put hope and a big smile on Mrs. Aisha's face.
With this new mindset of people coupled with the local police involvement, it didn't take long to get Jackline's father to succumb. I feel so sorry and irresponsible as a parent for having sent our daughter into early marriage. This can be fixed. The earlier you show us where they lived in the city, the safer it might be for Jackline. Mrs. Isa, together with the police, traveled to the city earlier the next morning. I think this should be the house officer. Let's knock the door to see if anyone is at home. Meanwhile, inside the house, come here, you little useless girl. This is how your mother taught you to iron a dress? Oh, please, it hurts. Shut up. I will show you what really hurts. Ha! Who could that be so early this morning? Ha! It's the police. Are you Mr. Sadiq? No, I am not. Hey, you stop. Mrs. Isa, you come to my rescue. I am so grateful. That's all right, my dear. You don't deserve this abuse ever. Come, now let's go home. The law will deal well with Mr. Sadiq.
Je suis si heureuse d'être libre du mariage des enfants. Aucune fille dans ce pays n'a besoin de subir cet abus.
Sophie, une glorieuse fête de retour dans le quartier. Hi les amis, c'est Madame Aïcha et Jacqueline. Elles sont de retour. Les camarades de classe et amis de Jacqueline s'étaient tous réunis chez elle pour l'accueillir à nouveau. Content de te voir, Jacqueline. Vous nous avez tellement manqué. Vous m'avez tout manqué aussi. Un grand merci pour toutes vos prières et votre soutien. Après avoir considéré les tourments et les traitements indignes qu'elle a dû subir, l'école et le chef du village lui ont réservé un cadeau spécial. Le conseil de l'école et moi-même avons décidé de vous offrir bourse complète. Les filles comme vous méritent tout le soutien nécessaire pour avoir un avenir meilleur. Oh mon Dieu, je ne peux pas le croire. Jacqueline était ravie. En fait, elle pouvait faire ce qu'elle avait toujours voulu faire. Oui, je suis de retour à l'école. C'est tellement génial.
Some years later, Jackline completes her primary and secondary education with flying colors. Finally, I made it here. I'm going to equally study hard to graduate with a first class and proceeds to higher education. When she later graduates as a qualified pediatrician, her dream job. Yes, I made it. Alongside her profession, Jackline decides to turn her expertise and skills in cooking into a real business. She sets up Jackie Chow, an NGO back in the village with a special goal of catering for malnourished kids in the neighborhood. Occasionally, she runs a mobile clinic in the community to offer free health and screening sessions for families. It was her way of saying a big thank you for the rescue and support. Finish this meal and quickly head to the screening center. We want to make sure you are a healthy children. You are all healthy children. Yes, Auntie Jackline, thank you so much. A story of child marriage, written and illustrated by Jones Aban.
The story is in 3 languages, and it will be put on the social media and websites and also distributed as hard copies in each country.